Am I good, Mrs. Russo? All right. So, welcome everybody, and thank you for coming today. Just as Mrs. Russo said before, this kind of came to me during the summertime. Mrs. Russo came to me and said, why don't we come up with a student tech team? So two things came to my mind. First one was, okay, looks like I'm making a student tech team because when Mrs. Russo tells me to do something, I do it. And the second one was, I was pretty intrigued, and I figured out that this social media is all over the place. We can't get away from it. Kids, my 1.5-year-old son, he sits there with his iPad and he is just zipping right along, and we put him in front of a computer and he goes up and he tries to tap the screen. You just can't get away from it. So what I figured was, let me try to see how I can tap into the best resources that we have, which are the students, and try to educate the staff, try to educate the parents, myself, become educated just even as a parent, as somebody who works here. So I started to create this. So I'm sure this is something that we've all seen before. We've seen it either with our kids, on the train. Anyway, during the holidays, I'm sure you were sitting there and you were looking at all of the kids sitting on the couches, and a lot of times they were on their phones or whatever they were doing. So this is not a site that is not unfamiliar for us. I'm sure we've been on all of these, which drive me absolutely crazy, these group chats. So maybe you'll get a text message, next thing you know there's 5 or 6 people on that, and your phone is going off all night long and you just want to get off of it. This is what our students are experiencing too. Hopefully not all the time because they have work to do, but other than that, it's happening. And then there's all these. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, Vimeo, Flickr. Some of you I'm sure are part of them. Some of you, I'm sure, follow on Twitter. Some of you post on Pinterest. I'm sure, Pinterest is that resource that a lot of people are going into for, cupcakes. My wife makes these crazy cupcakes for my kids' birthdays. And then there's projects that even some of our teachers are taking from Pinterest. There's a slew of things that you can get from there. But all of these social media sites are taking over. So I needed to become more educated. So what I did was, I did a little research and I found a very short 1-minute clip. These are kids in college. They just talk about briefly some of the sites that they're on and that they're on all the time.
I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, count that.
I use Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Twitter, YouTube, email.
Really Facebook.
We like to post pictures. I think that's pretty much it. Just to document kind of my days, show everybody, show my mom, show my parents what I'm up to.
Mostly to stay in contact with my friends and my family, and with people that I don't see anymore, and to sort of like organizing events for different groups on campus.
I run 3 blogs. On Tumblr, what else?
Talk to friends, stay in touch, see what's going on.
Society could use it better. Filter what they post.
Just have more people kind of promote better things about the road.
I think it absolutely is here to stay.
Yes.
I think so.
Definitely here to stay.
Social media is definitely here to stay.
So that last piece of that clip, that social media is here to stay, that was the most powerful part of that entire video that got me, because it definitely is here to stay. And as the years go by, it's just going to keep evolving, and it's going to become a lot easier for people to just be out there. So one of the goals, or there were a few goals of this tech team. So the first one was to just tap into the resources that we have in front of us all the time. These students here, this is just half of the tech team that we have. There are 10 students. I had to get 5 or we would have been here for a little bit too long. And these kids were teaching me. They were showing me different features of the different sites that they had to research, and that's why I wanted to bring it to you. This school probably has more students in it that could share even more information to everybody. So why not tap into those resources? All right, after we get through this first part of our social media, I'm going to try to make these students Google experts. So they can then show the other students, show me, show their classmates, even their teachers, how to become Google masters. They're going to use a program called Google Ninja. So they really like that. They're going to become little ninjas in their Google. They're going to get belts and move on. So they were really excited about that. And the way that they applied was that they had to go on and actually fill out an application. So when they filled out this application, they had to answer questions and they had to submit it through Google Forms, which was another piece of the social media and Google just pretty much taking over the world. So I want to turn it over to the people that really did most of this work. And what they're going to do is each of the students are going to come up and they had to do research on one specific social media site. So each of them designed about 4 slides or so discussing one site where they became an expert at. And then once they finish, I'll kind of close out for you. All right, so first person who's going to come up here is going to be Will Bolovich, and he's going to talk about Snapchat. All right, so Will, go ahead.
Snapchat,
I'm coming up, buddy, don't worry.
Snapchat. It's the popular mobile app that allows you to send videos and pictures to friends, which will self-destruct after a few seconds of a person doing it. Snapchat is also a fun messaging app. Snapchat is used to send photos and videos to friends. Snapchat is primarily used to send photos and videos to friends. Videos and pictures will expire after 10 seconds, or what Snapchat calls a self-destruct. You can use one repeat a day so your video will last another 10 seconds. And we're able to add filters to your videos and photos. Filters are basically an emoji that locate the front of your face and puts the filter on it. Those are some Snapchat filters that you can use. Snapchat population. The age of people that use Snapchat is kids 13 to 17, 23%. Young adults 18 to 24, 37%. Adults 25 to 34, 26%. Middle-aged adults 35 to 54, 12%. And adults 55 plus 2% use Snapchat. Snapchat has over 100 million active users. 8,796 photos on Snapchat are posted every second. Snapchat users collectively watch 6 billion videos a day. 30% of media planners, top agencies, and brands plan to use Snapchat in their Super Bowl campaigns. Snapchat Pros. Snapchat allows you to interact with people through messaging. Snapchat prevents the risk of people hacking into servers, unlike some email providers and other social media. Prevents other Snapchats from screenshotting your image. Snapchat cons. People can be on it way too much. It can become a distraction. You can only see a picture for 10 seconds. It can send a bad message to teenagers, making them think that they can get away with inappropriate pictures that they could send other people. It can teach users that they send aren't forever and they could easily disappear, which isn't quite true. Next up is any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So I heard that you can screenshot the Snapchat, is that
Yep.
true?
Yes.
So really, the stuff doesn't disappear?
Nope.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes?
So when you have a little image of yourself that you change to use as what's called a filter,
Yeah.
or it's called an emoji, what's the term? I don't understand why it's called a filter. It means that it's sort of just a channel for people to come to you?
No, it's called like a filter because like you can choose a bunch of different ones and it like locates the form of your face and it like puts it on it. So like say if you chose like a dog, it would probably put like dog ears on you and like a nose probably.
Oh, the filter is more generic, and then what you come up with specifically is still called a filter for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when you filter a picture, does that go away in 10 seconds also, or is that something you see?
No, it's something that like it stays on the like photo forever, but you can use like filters as much as you want. Like they still last for 10 seconds, but the filter also goes on for 10 seconds.
But then people screenshot it and send it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's like
That's
something
fair.
inappropriate, then they'll screenshot it and they'll, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was a little sorry, I missed it, but do you feel like a lot of your peers are using Snapchat?
No, it's mostly like Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Will. Jessica Palucci.
I'm doing Tumblr. The purpose of Tumblr is to have a way to put all your blogs, pictures, anything you want to share with other people in a single location. This is useful for personal interests such as writing compositions together or photos together. Tumblr was created for teenagers 13 to 19. Tumblr allows only people at least 13 years old. The average Tumblr user visits about 67 pages every month. Tumblr is popular with the 18 to 29-year-old bracket. About 13% of that group has used the site. 66% of all visitors are under the age of 35. 39% are all 25 years old, under 25. Tumblr features. On your dashboard, you can view all the recent posts from blogs you follow, and you can comment and reblog from your dashboard. You can connect your blog to Facebook and Twitter from your dashboard. Your K is like Q is like your personal schedule. You can spread out your posts over several hours or days. You can help your viewers find posts by tagging. If you tag a picture, #picture, then someone who searched picture would see your post. For HTML editing, it's a way to customize your blog's look. You can add a theme or create your own, and you can name your blog anything you want. Inbox and messaging, you can ask questions to anyone, either as yourself or anonymously. There is a fan mail function where you can talk directly to the people who you follow. And on November 10th, 2015, Tumblr introduced an instant messaging function, allowing users to chat between other Tumblr users. The feature is being rolled out in a viral manner, and it was initially made available to a group of 1,500 users. Other users receive access to the messaging system if they are sent a message by any user that has access to the system. The pros of Tumblr, that it's a virtual jungle and you can find an extensive variety of interests. Lots of fun things such as jokes, memes, or text posts. You can follow blogs without being judged, and people have serious discussions on it, such as world events and opinions in politics. You can create multiple blogs on different interests you might have. The cons are, or arguments can get worse than on YouTube, which is really bad, and everyone can see and comment. The false information can spread quickly, and you can't see where posts originally came from. People can copy and paste things and take full credit for someone else's post, and people get cyberbullied by other people with lots of followers. Any questions?
I have a question for Jessica. So, what's your understanding of cyberbullying?
Well, it's when someone gets picked on or bullied online, and lots of people usually go with the bullier online instead of with the kid who's getting bullied. And yeah.
And that's usually done by Tumblr.
So Jess, you think Tumblr, since some of it is anonymous, that happens often there?
Well, you can be anonymous if you want to, and no one will know who you are unless you send a picture or something and someone recognizes you. So I don't think a lot of people go anonymously. They usually go as themselves. So I think it happens a lot.
All right.
Chris is up next.
Thanks, Jess.
Twitter was made to be a mobile social media.
Nice and loud, Chris.
You're supposed to post tweets, which are short 140-character messages. Twitter has this limit because it was made for cell phones which with SMS short message service only allowed 140 characters.
What's that chart, Chris?
That's a tweet activity. It's like your tweets, they'll show you like how good they've been getting, like how much people like them. Twitter is a very fast messaging organization. You can send messages, /videos, /images to thousands of people at once. Also, tweets are public, meaning anyone can view them. There are also DMs, direct messages, which only certain people can view and comment on. Retweets are tweets that people have copied and tweet themselves, but some people write RT at the beginning to indicate that it is a retweet. You can hashtag a tweet. Hashtags are phrases with this symbol for them, that symbol. So, say you want a picture of the Milky Way. You could search hashtag space and get lots of space photos and tweets. If you had a picture of a cake, then you could tweet. Then in the tweet you could write hashtag food. Then when you search hashtag food, your cake would be in there somewhere. Fun fact: you can put multiple hashtags in a single tweet. Population. 35 to 44 is 20%. 45 to 54 is 16.7%. 55 to 64 is 14 to 5%. And 65 and up is 8.4%. Twitter doesn't have a minimum age to sign up. However, Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, Reddit, Snapchat, and Secret require an age, and the minimum age is 13. Famous people go on Twitter. One example is Donald Trump. He went on Twitter frequently when he was running for president. Schools use Twitter. An example would be our very own CHS. Good things about Twitter include receive up-to-date information. It's very simple. You go on and you're on. The 140 character limit makes you think about what you say. It's free and you're not annoyed by a billion ads. Bad things are anyone can do it, so stay away from strangers. Fake celebrity profiles, information. It's crazy addictive and you can't ignore it. It craves attention. Any questions?
Chris, would you say the population here at Lafayette uses Twitter?
No. I think more like Instagram something. Yes?
I have a question. How do you think that this school could use Twitter more or more effectively?
I don't think Lafayette would be a good thing for Lafayette to use Twitter, but I can understand why the high school would use it, because it's like if you forgot your homework, you could just check it on there. But yeah, I don't think that Lafayette should like have a Twitter account or something. Any other questions? Yes?
When you just say you think Lafayette should be using Twitter, is that because of the age requirement?
No. Twitter doesn't have an age requirement.
It didn't, I thought this was 13.
No.
Okay, that was less, okay.
But the minimum age is 13, or I believe it is. And I just don't think it's something that the students would use, so that's why I don't think it should happen. I think it would just be a little bit of a waste of time. Any other questions? All right, next up is Musically by Patrick. Musically. The purpose of Musically.
Nice and loud, Patrick.
You could pick any song or lyrics and lip sync the video. You could post the video or send it to your friends. Users can also use the Musically app to create instant music videos that combine a variety of effects and lip sync voiceover. The app now allows users to make a Musically story that combines multiple clips up to 60 seconds in length. A new tab shows Musically videos near you in your city if there are any. The Musically iPhone app delivers an instant video experience that lets users take part in contests, follow power users, musicians, and celebrities as a way to get started. Population. About 70 million people use Musically. Mostly kids and teens use Musically. Some celebrities also use it. Pros. Musical.ly is a fun app that could let you show off your dance moves and compete for new friends. You might get to meet new people and you can report inappropriate videos. Con. You might see inappropriate or disturbing videos, and Musical.ly might trick you into buying songs for no money.
Now, this is one that is taken off here at Lafayette, correct?
Yes.
How could something like this become or have a negative impact on the school day for kids? So how could this affect the kids?
They could be like talking about it maybe, and they're not supposed to. Or
Because this happens outside of school, right?
Yes.
So do they share their videos with each other?
Yes, you could.
So do you think that could kind of spiral into something that could be bad if someone doesn't perform as great as the others?
Yeah, maybe like bullying or something.
Okay.
Any questions?
Can you like each other's videos? So if you're posting video out, does it just go? Does it strictly go to friends that you connected with, or is it open to the public and do people like it?
You could be like private or make it public,
Okay.
and you could like comment on the comment.
When you do contests, how does that get judged?
I think the most views the video gets, the most views the video gets wins. Like the most views. Next up is Devin.
What is it then?
I'm doing house party.
House party. This one I had no idea about.
So what is house party? Today one of the apps in middle school is house party. App to video chat. The app is like a video chat with anyone in your town or anywhere else. It splits the screen, and as you can see here, you can view up to 8 people. And the app is considered social media because you don't actually have to have the party owner's phone number, and therefore you could be face chatting with a complete stranger.
So Devin, do you think this goes on in our middle school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Okay.
The features of house party. Friends and friends of friends can video chat anyone they want. The app notifies you when someone near you is in the house. You can see their face. The app alerts you when someone you don't know has joined. And the house party owner is the person who starts the party or the video group chat. Who is using a house party and who was it meant for? It was designed for at youngest ages 10 to 13. It is definitely being used by that age, but also used by teens of ages 14 to 16. It has also made its way into colleges and universities, and it's been used for like conferences and like businesses. Because you can make it. Pros of house party. House party is a new app, and it is good for a few reasons. You can hang out with a group of friends instead of just wandering on FaceTime. You can block out strangers and meet new people, but notify when someone in your party that you don't know has joined. You are notified when people are using house party to study with friends, and businesses are using it to conduct private conference calls. Cons of house party. Of course, every social media app has pros and cons, and here are the cons. You can accidentally allow strangers or just have it on public so they don't need to ask. Of course, cyberbullying and trash talk. You can be doing inappropriate things on it, and you could be rude to someone, but you can't report something to tell the developers.
So Devin, there's no reporting?
You can't like, if someone does a bad thing, you can't like on Musical.ly, for example, if something is like inappropriate, you can't be like report it to the people who made the app so they like know and they will do something about it. You just have someone do something and like you can't tell people, but you can tell someone, but not someone who made the app. So you can't do that.
So can you block someone if they want to come into your
Well,
party?
you can do like a private party, so I don't know. I don't think I'm pretty sure you might be able to block someone, but you can't, like, you can do a public party or a private party so anyone can join it, or just your friends can join it, so you can be like friends with someone, and then if you're like their friend, they can join the private one. You can like invite people into it basically.
But once you close down, does it go away? Or is it
Yeah, it
recorded or
like
anything?
ends, well, when the person who started the group chat ends it, then everyone gets like disconnected. And then,
Is there a way to record what you're?
so it's like FaceTime basically. It's the same kind of concept, but there's like 8 people on it, and it's like you don't need their number, so you can just look at like all the people who are doing it or the people near you in like a certain box, and if you like click on it, it like puts you in it because they only show you like your friends that are private, and then everyone near you that's public, and then a few like other people.
It's sort of like combining the Tinder concept where like these are the people in your area, and you can like click on them basically. So it's kind of dangerous, I think, personally.
Because it's live, right? It's not like
Yeah.
it's recorded and you're sending it out, it's
recorded,
live right
it's
then.
live. It's the same as FaceTime, so it's like you record something and you see their face, they see your face, they see what you're doing, and the only difference is you don't need their number and there's up to 8 people.
So you can access this on a computer or on iPad?
Well, they don't really have like an app, a website, they have an app, so like if you were to go on like houseparty.com, it would be like, oh, download our app, and it would be like, oh, you can, so you can't really like do it on the computer, because it would just bring you to a website where then you would have to download it as an app, then it would go to your iPad so you can.
So phones or iPads or
Yeah.
tablets.
Yeah, this one to me is the scariest because I
Yeah.
learned a lot about this one. I think it's very scary.
Yeah, a lot of like middle schoolers and like, like high schoolers and college students are using it.
Yeah.
How easy is it for an 11-year-old to sign up or get on?
Well, so the bad thing about all these apps with age requirements is you could easily just say, like, some people don't know you need age requirements. You could be like, oh, I'm like 11, and put your real birthday in. But then you could go back. If it's like, oh, you're not eligible for this, you're too young, you could easily just go back and change your birthday and make it fake.
Would you say a lot of kids do stuff like that?
Yeah. Because if they like, want to use it and their parents are like, yeah, they don't really tell them you need to have like an age requirement, so they're just like, okay, and then they don't know, but then they just go back and research.
Any questions? Do you have a recommendation for keeping kids safe on that?
Well, I feel like people, if they do something inappropriate on it, it's not like they can like Snapchat, they can like screenshot it, but they would be like, they could like tell their parents, and their parents could, because most of the time, you don't really want to be like on it with someone like you don't know. Most people won't want to do that, they'll want to go with their friends. So if you go with your friends, you could tell your mom like, oh, my friend just did something inappropriate, tell them, and then you would know them, and then you could tell their parents or talk to them, mom.
Thanks, Devin. So, House Party was one that I had no idea about. Musically was one that I really learned a lot about, just kind of tapping into what they knew. The other group of 5 kids that I have, they have 5 other websites or apps that we've really been working with. They're going to present those to the rest of the group, and we're all going to work together. This tech team is not finished by any means at this point. We're going to continue it throughout the year, and just getting more knowledgeable on social media, on what's out there, and like I said, Google and all those other apps that we can, just become stronger at using. So thank you, I appreciate it, and thank you guys, excellent job.